Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Word Origins 133. The word origin today is hooligan. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. If someone calls another person a hooligan, he or she means, someone or that person, especially a young person, is very rowdy, noisy, violent, often in public places. Basically like a troublemaker or somebody that's a member of a gang or something like that. Sometimes it could also refer to a rough, lawless young person, basically. All right, let's continue. There are two possible theories of the origin of this word. The first one refers to a very rowdy Irish family called the Houlihans. This was mentioned and made popular in an old song in the 1890s. So this sounds like a pretty strong possibility because Hoolihan is very close to hooligan. So this is one real possibility. Also related to this, author Clarence Rock wrote a book in 1899, same time period, same area, called Hooligan's Nights, which claimed the word came from Patrick Hoolihan, I guess, part of that Irish family. An Irish bouncer and thief in London. Remember, if you are a bouncer, that's a person who works in a bar, and anybody that causes trouble in the bar, the bouncer's job is to get them out, or, possibly even hit them, or whatever it is, but to make them stop fighting or causing trouble that could damage the bar or vandalize the bar. All right, let's continue. Now, the second theory dates all the way back to 1745, so this is even like a century before. On Jacob's Rising, I believe that's the name of the ship, an English commander, General Wade, incorrectly heard and repeated the Scottish Gaelic word for insect midge. I don't even know if I want to try to pronounce this one, but it's, Meaban, Julia, something like that. I think I'm butchering it. And he ended up creating the word hooligan. So somehow, he probably didn't even really try to pronounce the first part. He probably only remembered the second part. And it probably sounded like hooligan to him, and it just turned into hooligan through a corruption of the pronunciation. Could be, even though I think the first story sounds more likely. Let's continue. The midge often made the life of soldiers difficult and a misery. So this little bug really annoyed the soldiers and, made their life really terrible. Later on, the word started to be used for anything annoying. Okay. And we have three examples here. Here's the first example. Many hooligans often perform acts of vandalism at soccer events, especially in Europe. I know some of the English fans are famous for this, but really could be any of them. They get together and, especially if their team loses, maybe they might break or destroy a lot of things, and they're often referred to as hooligans. All right, let's continue. The second one here. They hired some hooligans to cause trouble during the protest. Yeah, maybe to make the protesters look bad sometimes. And number three here, that drunken hooligan started a fight with Bob in a bar last night. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.